Guys, what am I looking at? Who wins tomorrow's race? This is from the account of the guy who does the actual horse race tests, but the goal that our competitors are going after is not a carrot on a stick, it's a Chaos Emerald. And our competitors are all the Sonic cast? What? The gradient layout of the course is aesthetically the same, the visuals and the names, everything. Hey fellas, and welcome back to With a Y, and I really did intend to make like a third and final horse race test video, at least final for the current era of it, but I was trying to like get it all in order so I could talk about it a little more in depth, but there was a lot more going on there than I realized, and it would have had to be a main channel video for the amount of work it would have took. So it ended up falling by the wayside for the time being. Snakes Andrews, the guy who started horse race tests, has been keeping busy in the meantime. He hasn't been making the horses go at it, but he's been creating like little spin-off versions and variants of the game. Like recently the major one has been like Fish Going to Paradise, where you win if you get caught by the hook.
Which fish will go?
These guys go a lot slower and are mechanically different than the horses in that, like, because they're underwater, it's much more of a slog. We could be here for a while. New characters, new setting. It was a nice little switch up to, like, you know, get that horse race niche itch filled, while also not, like, trying to just retread the same exact thing over and over again. And a few days ago, we got this Sonic R-based one. And to half make up for not doing the final horse race test video as promised, here is a much more self-contained one, at least up until this point, that I can take some, you know, personal autist interest in. I want to watch one of the races first before I go into like some of the design details, because there's actually some cool stuff he was talking about in the replies of this tweet about like his methodology going through and designing this how he did. So if we use the horse test as our baseline speed of these races, and the fish being significantly slower than the horses, imagine how much faster the Sonic one is going to be. Okay, it just breaks first thing. I like the idea that it goes so fast, it literally has to take a second to buffer like a 2007 YouTube video. You gotta let it stay paused for a minute so that you'll get to watch more of it with less interruption. It is also funny how sometimes individual characters will get stuck, not on a wall or anything, but just in the middle of the course while everybody else zips around them. I also do like the detail that Amy and Eggman need machines in order to move as fast as Sonic, while Sonic himself just has the spinny ball feet that make him go really fast. Right now, Tails is throwing and also has to slow down in order to correct the direction he's going. It's kind of embarrassing, but makes for good TV. I just realized why they're stopping. It's because that in order to pick up speed again after they've lost it by running into a wall or something, they need to spin dash to generate that speed again to get back to Mach 11. It's actually a creative little twist in the formula that folds in the actual lore and, you know, way you play these games, the way you play a Sonic game, into how they differ from the usual horse race test format. Sonic is racing in this thing like I play as him in an actual mainline game. I'm zipping all over the place and then running into a wall not knowing how I got there because the camera moves too damn fast. I need Sonic Unleashed to be playable at 200 FOV, man. I can never tell what's going on. That was the farthest I saw Sonic make it out of the starting area, and then he just completely whiffed it by going back, only to make his progress back in one more bounce. That's the novelty of this being so much more fast-paced than the normal horse race tests, because the incremental gains you'd see a jovial merriment make before immediately losing it, and then somehow pulling out a surprise win by getting it back. It happens faster than you can register in a setting like this. Sonic is pinballing in this one section here. Knuckles seems like he's really trying to figure out the mechanics, but he's spin dashing in all the wrong directions, like, see, he just went backwards. Eggman, like the bum he is just doing laps around the circle area. Amy is doing a slow and steady meme where she's actually judging the angles correctly in order to make upward progress instead of getting stuck pinballing like everybody else. Like, she's barely going 2 miles per hour. I could probably outrun that car that she's in, but she's actually getting somewhere. And see, she takes the win just like that. The damn 4th Chaos Emerald belongs to Amy. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Shadow the Hedgehog, and he's like the only character in the main series that we see like match Sonic's speed bar for bar on the regular. So you'd think I'd be upset that he's not featured in here, but quite the opposite actually. I think for the vision snakes Andrews had here, this was actually a pretty in-character design decision. You'll notice that the races are called R and that Amy leans more towards her classic design from the earlier Sonic games. And you'll notice that she is the only one of the main cast in their car, which she actually does in Sonic R. From what I understand, everything about this is in at least some way tangentially based directly off Sonic R. I made this and 2 others from OK Fox. I'll be posting these for the next couple of days. And this is like an interesting switch up where we're seeing how the competitors act on the same course 3 days in a row, and instead of there being a different map each time. If you're betting on these races, which tons of people actually do, it's fucking awesome. The map and starting positions don't change for them, so you could bet on each race now, and you can also bet on who you think will win the most, if there is a majority. You could also do a first, second, and third thing. You could say there's a lot of characters absent from this lineup that fit being in like a race aesthetic thing, but it's the commitment to being a Sonic R purist that I really respect here. Like he said, it's kind of supposed to be Radical City from Sonic R, which is like an actual course from there, and you can kind of see the resemblance, but by Snakes Andrews' own admission, it's not really one-to-one to anything. And I do love that he just comes out and says the quiet part out loud. Where is my goat Jet the Hawk? He's not in Sonic R, man. Fuck does that bird brain have to do with this? Now, one of the fun things to look at were people guessing who was gonna win based solely off a screenshot and trying to guess their trajectory when they had no idea the specific mechanics we would be dealing with this new variant of horse racing. They assume it was gonna be all the normal ricocheting, but they didn't account for the fact that you need to include the spin dash for the building up of momentum. I honestly haven't played Sonic R. I'd be willing to bet that that was a mechanic in that game because everything about even just that first race screams like a direct correlation. Also, this trajectory makes a pentagram. This is a Satan worshiper. All 3 of these are out, so let's move on to race 2 and see if Amy manages to keep up her lead. I also do like that it's a different color Chaos Emerald every single time we pop up on a new one. Like, just because Amy's in the race again doesn't mean she loses the Chaos Emerald she earned. I think Knuckles should get this one because it's green and he really likes the Master Emerald, which is also green. This one is significantly shorter than the last, so I wonder if these contestants have learned the layout of the course a little better, especially because it's a repeated one so they can take their map knowledge from round to round. Like, will Sonic have better control over his speed and be able to just like blitz all the way to the end, or is it gonna be more of the same? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1, go.
Every time it just has to bug out. It's like, wait, buffering, loading. Okay, I'm ready. I got rid of my stage fright. I can now go full speed. Oh my god, dude, look at how fast Tails got within sniffing distance of the green Chaos Emerald. It's no surprise. It's actually in character for somebody of his level of intellect. He wasn't able to do it the first time around, but like this guy predicted, it was Tails who was going to be able to perfect the trajectory angles the fastest. Like, he has the straightest shot and is able to just like get it in there immediately. I want to run back that entire play because he did that so quick. That was ridiculous. From the loading screen to here. Perfect. Frame perfect. Look at that shit. He does a little ping-ponging, but always making average forward momentum. He hits that ricochet perfectly. Hits the corner, gets stuck up a little up there, and that's how we get to where we are with him in the top left corner. There's at least 15 seconds left, so like perfecting this last mile of delivery could be the difficult bit of the equation. But my god, he has most of that strat down. Right, oh my god, it was barely 2 seconds. 10 seconds didn't get by before Tails won this shit, man. He's a genius. Sonic is unfortunately washed, still stuck in the corner. It feels like Eggman is almost trying to take the quickest linear path to the Chaos Emerald. Regardless of if there's a wall in the way or not, he's just trying to brute force through the side over here. One last time, I want to keep an eye on what some of these other characters were doing, like while Tails was just winning this shit outright. Yep, Eggman trying to like smooch the wall and maybe convince it to open up so he can get past it. Amy is doing that slow and steady strat, but like when you win as slow as Tails did last time, he has all the map knowledge he needs in order to efficiently take the route to the win that she took much longer to last match. Yeah, no, nobody else made it out of the right half of the map but before Tails was able to get the emerald. I'm really curious how this last match is gonna pan out. There's 10 seconds left though. Let's see if there's a funny little Easter egg after this. Yeah, that's Miles Prower. I love Tails. He's so cool and awesome. Why did the start of a Charlie XCX song bass line just start revving up in the background there? It's kind of scared the shit out of me. Tails! The way he was drawn looks like a fucking Zoo Pal plate, man. Yeah, I'll put the carrots in the left ear and the ranch in the right ear, and then I'll put like some steak in his eyes. Now, like I said, according to Snakes Andrews, this is a limited time series, so there's only one more of these. It makes for a kind of nice, open and shut, self-contained narrative. This one clocks out at 50 seconds, so it took a little longer for whoever wins than Tails did last round. Let's see if either him or Amy are able to pick up another win and solidify themselves as the victor by majority if we have a three-way tie. Since it's all the same course, I feel like if there is a three-way tie, we can pick the winner based on who had the fastest time. Horse race test map, yellow like PP, shout out Pusha T. And the loading screen, my favorite. Oh, Tails is oh my god, Tails, he tried the same strat again and got past that first two weird angles you have to bounce through, but he's getting stuck at this bit where on the last run, he was able to pretty safely diagonally shimmy his way out of here. I feel like this is the great filter. This is like where the Fermi paradox takes place. Your ability as an individual to get past this particular obstacle determines like if you have the best shot of getting your hands on the emerald. So far, the color of the Chaos Emerald has never matched the color of the winner. So because I'm superstitious and believe in stupid things like this, I doubt Sonic is gonna take this one through. Especially because he's still caught in the beginning, man. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, wait, no! Oh, dude, I was about to say I spoke too soon. Dude completely shot past all this shit in record time. We're talking tail speeds. And then he completely lost all of it and just to go and beatbox with Knuckles. And, oh my god, is he gonna take it? Is he gonna fucking take it? Is he gonna break the Chaos Emerald not matching with the guy who claims it? Let's find out. He's certainly got the best odds right now, man, but oh, no, he's folding, he's selling! Okay, calm down, I'm getting too into this. I am an unbiased sports commentator who is simply reading this out very objectively as if you were listening to it on the radio and just having the visuals described to you in an audiobook neutral format. Yeah, he's stuck in the Fermi paradox again, while Tails manages to catch up, and I just feel like Tails with his superior tactical mind is gonna be able to squirrel his way to the win before Sonic is. Let's find out. Yup, he's got that. Yup, oh my god. He just needed one good wind-up, and he was able to get that slingshot trajectory exactly correct. Tails, the GOAT, is the undisputed winner. He won 2 out of 3, and he has the top 2 best times out of anybody. Amy was the only other person who pulled out a victory, and it took her twice as long as Tails' worst time. But yeah, shout out Snake Andrews, the race master. I like how he's just kind of taken on his moniker as the race guy. It's fucking awesome, dude. Anyways, that's all I got. That kwytebox email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.